Hey, long time no here, man. Look, man, it is yours truly. It is yours truly. Prophet Williams. I just wanted to come with this little update for y'all right quick, man, because it's been a while, man, and the Spirit just been hitting me with these downloads and shit, man, and I just wanted to tap in with y'all, chime in with y'all, give y'all some good energy, see how everybody doing, and give y'all an update on things, man. I'm gonna title this video Distractions 101. Distractions 101, and I'm going off the top. I ain't took no notes or nothing. Usually I take notes and I go off my notes. You know, I do a lot of journaling, I do a lot of writing and documenting and shit like that. And especially before I do videos or lectures or whatever, I like to take notes so I can have my points of reference that I hit on and shit like that. But today I'm just freestyling, going off the top, just letting the Spirit lead me and guide me on what I have to say, man. And giving y'all some clarity, man. We need a moment of clarity right now, because it's a lot of hoopla and a lot of foolish conversation going on, man. But I just wanted to fill in the blanks and give y'all some real intel and details and some real knowledge on things, some real insight on things as much as possible, dog. So first things first. I know there's so much going on and everybody is distracted by this whole Diddy situation, And I want to say, pay attention, man. When it comes around time of elections, of big elections, you're going to have major distractions like you have with this Diddy case, But it's all still interesting. But still never a distraction, nevertheless. In the same way that the talk about Lil Wayne performing at the Super Bowl, just another distraction, bro. The Super Bowl is months away from now. Lil Wayne is a fucking filthy millionaire. Dude wipes his ass with $1,000 stacks. Excuse me. Dude wipes his ass with $1,000 stacks. You understand? So for us to be griping and going back and forth as if this is a big issue about a millionaire performing at the Super Bowl months from now, this ain't got shit. We have election finna come up, and you know, my thing is, when it comes to election, man, there's so many things that surround the idea of an election that the people, that the general masses, the sheeple, as my teachers like to say, that the sheeple tend to miss out on, dog. We tend to miss out on the idea of, man, bro, in all of these elections, I've been told y'all about The Last Dance. They told y'all, if you're not familiar with how I ran down the idea in the documentary of The Last Dance of Michael Jordan, the Bulls franchise, and how that is totally parallel and how it totally correlates to politics and what's going on with Donald Trump, Biden, and all them, how they're basically letting us know that that was the last run, that was going to be damn near one of the last elections. Because when you look toward the future, you have to ask, how many more presidents is this place really going to have? How many more shit shows is this place going to have for real? Realistically, how many more presidents does America really have up its sleeve, bro? Like, this is, like, for real, this is an experiment for people. First of all, you have to understand America is an experiment. So to be an experiment, you have a certain number that you're gonna fizz out at, type shit, that your experiment is gonna run out at, you know. And the idea, the concept of The Last Dance was basically grooming you, prepping you to understand this concept that no matter how good y'all think shit going, they will end this shit for their ego. Understand that. That was in essence, that was the message of The Last Dance. You know what I'm saying? Again, because the owner, Jerry Krause, had the most winningest team in NBA history, but he ended that franchise for his ego because he didn't like Mike, bro, because Mike pissed him off. And that is deep, bro. That is American culture. When white supremacy, that is white supremacy. Jerry Krause represented white supremacy. Michael Jordan represented the true, free, powerful black man, the black king, the black god, bro. And Jerry Krause represented white supremacy. So when white supremacy no longer feels its ego being fulfilled, it will end the fucking franchise. And it's deep because he's paying for that even in his death. Jerry Krause is paying for that even in his death. And he won that franchise 6 rings. Y'all listen to what I'm telling you, bro, how deep this shit is. They just had like a memorial type thing, like a tribute. They just had a tribute to Jerry Krause in Chicago, probably maybe it was like in 2021, 2022 or something like that. Right around that time, they had a tribute to Jerry Krause in Chicago, and the fans of Chicago was booing that man, bruh. He dead, and he won them 6 championships, and the fans of Chicago was still booing that man, bruh. That's deeper than rap, bruh. It's deeper than life. That is deeper than life. Do y'all understand that? This man won those fast 6 championships, and they still booed him. And his wife is still alive. Jerry Krause's wife is still alive, and she was there to receive that energy when those fans were booing, and she was crying like a motherfucker. She was boo-hooing like a motherfucker. And all the step and fetch it niggas like Stephen A. Smith and Jalen Rose and all them on ESPN was up there. Oh yeah, man, I'm so disappointed in the Bulls fans. Y'all don't fucking get it, because y'all don't fucking get the spirit, bro. Y'all don't get the spirit, and y'all don't understand the energy of this shit. So in essence, that is The Last Dance. That's what the documentary The Last Dance was about. I'm running all this down to you, okay? And all of this goes back into distractions. You know what I'm saying? You know, because when you come to these elections, again, The Last Dance was a reference to the election. It was something that was in reference to the elections in presidential times, you know, when it comes to times for election or whatever. And like I say, you got this shit going on with Diddy. This is another distraction thing, you know. And seeing that how they will end everything for their ego. Always keep that in mind. Never let that idea slip. Now you have Trump and Kamala running against each other, supposedly. They're running against each other. And my thing with Obama and Kamala, you know, 2 people who supposedly exercise the role of being black, of being a black person in office, you know, which we know that Kamala has never really given a shit about being called black. And that's a whole nother conversation in itself. She's always never been a fan of being called black at all, or having any policies that exclusively tend to black people. She's never supported this, but yet now that she's running for president, oh, she's a black president or whatever. She comes to Atlanta, she brings out Meg Thee Stallion in Atlanta, which really is a fool-ass move if you really know politics, because think about it, sisters, now, like, for real, ladies, period. Why in God's name, why in the heaven's name would this woman come to Atlanta and bring out Meg Thee Stallion to perform and don't even invite Stacey Abrams out? Stacey Abrams was nowhere. Where was Stacey Abrams when Kamala Harris came in? For Kamala Harris to be the first woman president, and she didn't bring out Stacey Abrams in Atlanta, but she'll have Meg Thee Stallion perform, bro. That is some coon ass shit. If that don't come out the playbook of coonery and buffoonery and foolery, I don't know what you got in your fucking mind, bro. If that don't come out the playbook of coonery, buffoonery, and foolery, I don't know what is in your book. I don't know what's in your mind, bro. If you see that as a good play, if you see that as good movement, bringing out Meg Thee Stallion over Stacey Abrams, bro, it's foolish. It's foolish. And it's outright laughable. I'm going to be real. The shit is outright laughable. It is comedic. Like, you wonder why we a joke to the rest of the world and the rest of these people and nobody else takes black people serious? Look no further than your local politics. Look no further than CNN and Kamala Harris and Meg Thee Stallion. If you wonder why we can't be taken serious, look no further. So again, man, when I see all this Diddy shit about Wayne, I just think distraction, mainly. Again, because we have election coming up. And when you talk about election, man, you're talking about voting, supposedly. And black people not even understanding that you are not American still. I done told y'all this a million times. The Dred Scott decision, the Supreme Court decision, the Dred Scott decision, that's the Supreme Court decision. Let us know we can never be American, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with us. This is not how I feel. And, oh, white supremacy is so bad. They treat us so bad. Yada, yada. No, bro. It's literally in the fucking Supreme Court law that a person of African ancestry, whether free or slave, is not and can never be an American citizen. Therefore, a black person has no rights that a white person is bound to respect. This has never been addressed by no... The worst part about it, this has never been addressed by Obama or Kamala Harris. And in order to run for president, you have to be a lawyer at some point. You have to have real knowledge on law. So what type of law were y'all practicing that y'all didn't know that? Or were y'all taught that and you just don't let the world know that? Either way, it's fucking bad. I'm going to just say that either way, it's fucking bad. You know what I'm saying? Whether you practice a form of law that didn't highlight this, or whether you were taught this and you just deliberately omitting this shit, you know, try to act like you ain't know this shit. Either way, it's fucking bad. How about that shit? It don't matter. Either way, it's fucking bad. Hey, that's wild shit. So, for you to make it to where you at, Obama was actually president. Kamala is running for president. And neither one of these people is mentioning the Dred Scott decision. That is fucking alarming, bro. That is fucking alarming. It rings of conspiracy. It rings of one or the other. Conspiracy or ignorance and stupidity. Either way, it ain't good. I should have subtitled this video. Either way, it ain't good. Distractions 101. Either way, it ain't good. You know? All right, man. All right. It's a lot to unpack. It's a lot to unpack. All right. So, I'm saying, man, like, you got the Diddy, the Diddler. You got the Diddler. This guy was such a fucking villain. He's earned the name the Diddler. He's genuinely earned a villain name, the Diddler. Because how many people... You can't rub goddamn thousands of bottles of body oil on people, of baby oil on people. You can't do that yourself. So I'm gonna say this, dog. Again, he's just a distraction. I want the list. I want to know how many of my favorite artists and actors and all that shit is some freakazoids too. Y'all some freakazoids. It ain't just him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this, dog. I'm gonna say this on the end of it, dog. Them grown ass folks. So that's in essence, that's their business. Now my problem is if y'all was really spiking juice and putting fucking roofies and juice in orange juice and cranberry juice, you diabolical. And if you was really deliberately, intentionally flying out minors, you're diabolical. So I'm going to say this about the whole Diddy shit and I'm done, bro. I don't give a fuck about it. All right. Bottom line, the motherfuckers was abusing power and they were fucking off. And in essence, this is not destruction of the culture. I heard one of my people like, yeah, man, they trying to destroy the culture. No, they're not. What's happening is things are falling in place. Things are falling in place just how they should be, and things are falling in their rightful place, and things are being exposed. Things are coming to light, and goddamn it, the chips gonna fall where they may. Everything is going according to plan, believe it or not. Because shit ain't just black and white as we want it to be. That's the funny thing. Shit ain't just as black and white as we want it to be. And a lot of chips are falling in place and a lot of motherfuckers is being exposed. And they should be exposed for being some old dirty motherfuckers who thought that they could just get away with fuckery all fucking day just because they rich. It is what it is. You should get exposed. Every single fucking one of you diabolical sons of bitches. So that's that. That's that. And again, don't be distracted by none of that bullshit when it's coming around election time, because I can guarantee you around any election time it's going to be the same type of distractions that's going to be bestowed upon us. They're going to hit us with all of these same type of distractions, you know, when it should be about, again, us addressing the Dred Scott decision. You know, you just had the whole fucking Roe versus Wade shit blew up a year or two ago about women and their bodies and abortion rights and all that shit. That was the Roe versus Wade Supreme Court law. That's why that shit was so controversial. So if the Roe versus Wade shit was so controversial and it's major and it blew up in the last couple years, then I would argue the Dred Scott decision should receive 10 times that energy. When you're talking about the targeting and the mass genocide and disenfranchisement of a whole nation of people, of a nation inside a nation, bruh, coming by way of Supreme Court decision, i.e. the Dred Scott decision. That's something that you should be addressing around this time over a fucking Diddy and a fucking Lil Wayne performing at a Super Bowl and fucking Beyonce and JayZ and Sasha Fierce and all this little punk ass minor issues. That ain't got shit. No one man should have all that power and they fucking don't. You give them that. You give them that power because you talking about these motherfuckers idolizing them all fucking day and they ain't worth a shit. They ain't no more powerful than you and I at fucking all. At all. So, again, addressing these things, dog. Addressing these things. Supreme Court law. Addressing the fact that we're still only 3/5 a person based on American law. Based on base American law, we're still only 3/5 a person. And y'all wonder why the survivors of Black Wall Street ain't getting no justice. The last two survivors of Black Wall Street ain't getting no justice. You know why? Because in the eyes of American law, we still are only 3/5 a person. We're still only property. Kamala ain't talking about that, though. This is a straight up fact. Kamala ain't talking about that, though. And she claims to be black. She claims... She ain't talking about that. And she wants y'all to vote for her, though. You're still 3/5 a person. You're still property. How many 3/5 a person does it take to make one vote for real, if it even fucking counts? And you got an electoral college who makes sure that your vote don't count nowhere near as much as them. It's only 500 of them motherfuckers. There's billions of people in the country. So how can the vote of 500 something... How can the decisions of 500 something odd entities sway the votes of billions? Because these are the 500 type companies that own America. The big businesses and shit, the big businesses and industries and interests that actually own America. That's the Electoral College. The owner of Walmart, the owner of Apple, big prison executives and big fucking stock executives and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? BlackRock motherfuckers and shit like that. Microsoft and McDonald's motherfuckers and you name it. That type shit. Big corporate shit. Them is the Electoral College. The big corporations of the country. You've never heard anybody being able to elect who's in the Electoral College. Just put your fucking mind to it. Stop being a fucking fool. You might can vote for your senator and shit like that and your governor and your mayor, but you ain't never heard a motherfucker being able to vote for who is in the Electoral College, have you? All right. Check, motherfucker, check. Check. So again, as black people in America, you need to be concerned on raising your own candidates. Grooming your own candidates so you can vest your interest in them, fund them, and raise them up on a national level. So that even if they don't win, you can still make them visible enough on a national scale that they can start to generate traffic and they can start to gain a real fan base. They can really start to gain a real following, a true core. Ain't that how you raise a motherfucker up? It takes time. It ain't even about them winning the election necessarily. We can raise up a candidate so high, bro. I'm telling you, it won't even be about them winning the election. The win will just be having them on the fucking ballot. And making them loud enough, vesting our interests, making them loud enough, us being loud enough behind one motherfucker in a true voice that now the world gets it, bro. People get it. And on the next couple runs, this motherfucker gonna be senator wherever he at. This motherfucker just gonna cause change regardless. That's why I say it won't even matter of this motherfucker actually winning the election. That's the beautiful thing about it, bro. But we don't know anything about raising our candidates. We don't believe in ourselves enough to actually raise our own candidates. It comes down to believing in yourself, and in order to believe in yourself, you have to have knowledge of self, which we are completely void of. We are, I wouldn't say completely void of, but we are majority void of knowledge of self. So we don't really have that belief. We don't have that genuine belief that we can raise our own candidates and make them visible to the world and to the nation to a point where they generate a true following and a true core following, to the point where, damn it, we done created our own party system. We done created our own political party system now, damn near. Bro, I'm just dropping some sauce on y'all, giving y'all some ideas on some shit, you know, because we're severely distracted, bro. It's distraction 101, man, to give y'all all of this foolishness about Diddy and all this shit, and I get it. I get it. People need something to talk about, something to be passionate about. Clearly, y'all want to talk about something. Y'all want to be passionate about something. You're just passionate about foolish things, about very innocuous things, things that really don't matter, that you really can't do shit about. You can't do shit about what the fuck Diddy got going on. Diddy done got himself in his own shit. He got himself in that shit, and all the people that was in there with him, they got themselves in that shit too, because they was there right with the nigga. You know? It was there right with the nigga. He had very high-profile company, and clearly, he had all of them on tape doing some things, and that was defense for him. So the raid was to get those tapes to take his defense. I'm gonna say that. In a great sense, those tapes served as defense for him from those powerful ass people. Whoever was fucking around. But now them powerful ass people that came and got them tapes, now they can doctor them shits up. They can send it to wherever, have all the faces changed in the fucking videos. Now it ain't them no more. Now they got all the power back over this nigga, in which he may have had a little power. He may have had a little leverage. Now he ain't gonna have no fucking leverage, because they finna doctor the hell out of them videos. Them videos finna be roboted and AI'd up and terminated like a motherfucker. They finna terminate the motherfucking terminate them tapes. They finna I crack myself up, bro. Y'all just let me be, bro. Just let me be. They gonna terminate the fucking tapes. They gonna hit that nigga with the Terminator with them fucking tapes. And goddamn, hey man, he the robot, man. He the great AI, man. They finna turn that shit to the great AI, man. You know. And again, whatever happened to that nigga, he had it coming. So I'm fucking saying, you had it fucking coming, clearly, bro. You know, because folks there's been a lot of shit about you in the industry. There's been a lot of word about you, bro. You know, so abusing your power and shit like that, and the mother Hollywood weirdos, motherfuckers got it coming now, you know. But again, it ain't even about that. It ain't about being distracted by none of that. It's about the election coming up, staying focused, raising your own candidates, addressing the Dred Scott decision, addressing the fact that we're 3/5 a person and we're still only property of America. And that's what the movie Ted was trying to tell you. It's funny because I can tell you all this shit and y'all think that a nigga just talking out his ass. Y'all think I'm just talking shit or I'm just talking out of emotion. But in the movie Ted, with the little teddy bear, they showed you that. But because they made it a comedy and it's something for you to laugh at and kiki and he kiki to, you missed the point to it. Or maybe you didn't even watch it at all. Maybe you didn't watch the movie Ted at all. But in the movie Ted, and especially in Ted 2, I watched Ted 1 and you kind of get an idea of it, because I started watching Ted 1 and this was years after the movie actually came out. I just fucked around and just watched it. And it clicked to me even in Ted 1 that this is a black person. Ted actually is representation of a black person. And in Ted 2, that idea totally manifests itself and makes itself so, because in Ted 2, the whole idea of Ted 2 is they're trying to establish whether he's a person or not, because there's somebody who's interested in anyway, in Ted 2, they have a whole thing about they want to mass produce Ted. In Ted 2, they want to mass produce him. So he's like, I'm not a fucking toy, bro. I'm not nothing to be mass produced. I'm a human being. I'm not property. For you to mass produce me, that will make me property. So his whole thing was, I'm not property. So they have to go to court for him to prove that he's not property and he's a human being. That is black people in America. And at the end, when he was in court, his lawyer used the Dred Scott decision to win the trial. So they're not telling you, and they're not talking about the Dred Scott decision on CNN in the news, but they'll show you in the movie how they use the Dred Scott decision to prove that a bear is not property, but a human being. Bro, you know, it's on you on the things that you tune into and the things that you really, the things that you use in this world for your wisdom, for your math, for your power, because there's power in numbers. That's to your discretion. You know what I'm saying? But these are the things that they show you even in movies, but they will not tell you in CNN. And that's why you got to pay attention, brothers and sisters. You got to pay attention, dog. You know. Even, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this too. I'm going to just leave y'all with this because I was just doing the math on this, bro. Like, even with Aaliyah, somebody I was talking to earlier, they were saying how, yeah, you know, whatever happened to Aaliyah, yada, 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 the industry played her. Very, very possible. Because at the time, Aaliyah was the queen of R&B. Listen to me now, listen to me. Aaliyah was the queen of R&B for real, for real. So in order for Beyonce to come along, who's the current queen of R&B, look at this. Aaliyah passed, her first movie, Romeo Must Die, was in 2000. Aaliyah died in 2001. After that, they dropped the movie Queen of the Damned when she died. After she died, Queen of the Damned came out in 2002. Aaliyah died in 2001. So, and you know, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of postmortem. Postmortem is after death. And there's a science, there's research that says everyone after death, especially famous people and all that, everyone after death, they get more famous. They sell more records after death. Just like J. Cole said, damn, I never heard Lil Buddy till somebody murdered Lil Buddy. That is the science of postmortem. So this is what happened with Aaliyah. She passed in 2001. She transitioned from a plane crash in 2001. And they made the movie Queen of the Damned in 2002. So she was filming the movie before she passed. And they brought out the movie after she passed, postmortem, right? So she goes from queen of R&B to queen of the damned. And just like I was saying, in postmortem, people become more famous after they die, after they transition. Aaliyah has sold way more shirts dead than she did when she was alive. You understand what I'm saying? And that is the science of postmortem. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought that was a very interesting idea that would happen to her. That would happen to her. And note, I want y'all to note this. This is how you know that it's deep, bro. You can meet the biggest Aaliyah fan today. You know, I was a huge Aaliyah fan. I loved Aaliyah, you know, just like the same way that y'all love Beyonce or, you know, your favorite, most beautiful star who you love or whatever, you know. I loved Aaliyah, but I never seen Queen of the Damned. I damn near never seen a trailer. I might have seen a trailer one time and was so thrown off by the energy of it. It was so icky and ill and vile, bro. It's like, how could y'all do this to her character? Like, we know Aaliyah as being like a cute, beautiful budding star, you know what I'm saying? A shining star, bro, a glowing, gleaming star. And to set her in this role after she passes, it's like, bro, none of us want to remember Aaliyah that way. You know what I'm saying? In the way that y'all try to put her in Queen of the Damned, damn near a villain. You know, again, from queen of R&B to queen of the damned. She sold more shirts dead than she did alive. That's some queen of the damned shit, bro. You know. And again, you can meet the biggest Aaliyah fan today, and you will have trouble finding someone who's actually seen this movie, seen the movie Queen of the Damned. I haven't, me personally, I've never met anyone that's told me that they've seen that movie and could run down the details to me metaphysically on what that movie meant. So it may be great homework to watch it now, you know, even though I was turned off spiritually by it when I was younger, and I still kind of am now, but now I'm very interested to see the way that they really, the way that they really wanted her to depict herself before she transitioned. I think that's very, very key and important for us to see, for real. So, look, y'all, it's yours truly, man, Prophet Williams. I just wanted to run these couple things by y'all, man. Distraction 101. Just checking up on y'all. I love y'all. Hope y'all are having a wonderful, awesome day. Kicking ass and taking names. And holla at your boy, man. It's yours truly, man. We're going to be back in this bitch. Chill.